Sometimes I wonder how much trouble I can get into with these videos. Like, could I ever say something and get locked up for it? Because if so, this is probably the one.
Reasons why Dan's a fail. Yay!
So, I talk to myself. I guess it's just a true fact that I do. I really don't know whether this is one of those things that's like, look at me, I do this really weird thing. Oh my god, I do it too. Looks like we're both weird. Or maybe we're all totally ordinary. Or it's more of a, I do this weird thing. That's really strange. Don't you mean relatable? Dan, that's not normal. I think you should get help. So I don't know whether this is a good idea, but basically, sometimes when I'm alone, I will start kind of daydreaming about something, like a conversation I could be having with someone, when I start to say what I'm thinking out loud, and I'm talking to myself. This is so weird. I've tried to talk to people about this, but whenever I tell someone, they're always like, oh yeah, I do that all the time when I sing in the shower. We woke up in the kitchen saying, how the hell did this shit happen over? That's not talking to yourself. I talk to my cat. Oh, hello, Mr. Squiggums. Oh, aren't you beautiful? Who needs a boyfriend when I've got you? Oh, yes. That's not talking to yourself. When I'm trying to remember stuff. Okay, I need a pineapple, some rubber gloves, and a pot of Vaseline. That is not really talking to yourself. I get angry at myself in third person. Oh, I left my baby on the bus again. Susan, you idiot. Technically, that is. But when I say I'm talking to myself, I mean... Oh, you know, I could have said that, but, you know, I'm not really sure how it works, because, you know, you have to do the third one, but I have to say otherwise, you know, I think so. Yeah. That's pretty weird, I know, but I don't mind that much when I'm by myself. The problem is when other people catch me doing it. What must it look like when Phil walks in on me pacing around my room talking to nobody?
Hey Dan, have you seen the...
I do that, you know, so he comes to me, and then that day, I don't know how to react. I mean, I think it's fair enough in my opinion, so then I said to her, I've never licked ice cream off someone's body before, but, you know, if you want me to.
Hello, police? Yeah, I think my flatmate's going insane.
I'm surprised my family never tried to exercise me. You know, if I find the right friends and family that won't judge me, I might be okay. But my biggest fear is doing it in public. Now, I'm not saying I'm like the local crazy pigeon lady that spends all day drinking and talking to birds. I don't walk through a shop like, oh, hey, Dan. Oh, hi. Nice weather today. Oh, I know, right? Cool top. Well, thank you very much. It's new. Mummy, what's wrong with that man? Don't look, Timmy. He'll take you away. I'll just be walking along, minding my own business, and, like usual, slip into doing it without realizing. But oh my god. So the other day, I was walking down a street when I started to think about something. Oh, I'd love to be the 6th member of One Direction, thanks for asking. Which must have looked pretty weird to anyone who saw already, but then I actually laughed out loud as part of the imaginary conversation I was having to myself. And at that exact moment, I made eye contact with the girl across the road. I think so. And I was like, fuck, she saw. She definitely saw the whole thing, and she had this face like, you are fucking mental. And I knew. So what did I try and do? I tried to pass it off like I was singing. Clap along if you feel that happiness is the truth. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, if you see someone mouthing along to a song, that's pretty normal. But this girl was not buying it. Feeling like I just wanted to be engulfed by a black hole at that exact moment, I walked around a corner and just hid behind a sign for like 5 minutes, asking myself what my life is. So yeah, I mean, in case you didn't think I could possibly be any weirder than you already knew, but why do I do this? Because clearly not everyone does. You know what happens now? It's time for Armchair Psychology with Dan. Okay, Dan, so we've identified the problem, but what is your totally ignorant, uneducated opinion on why you talk to yourself that you now want to force upon everyone on the internet who doesn't really care? Well, I guess some people talk to themselves because they don't have anyone else to talk to. If you have thoughts or feelings you want to express but there's no one around, then people start to fantasize about being able to share them, and for some, they start talking out loud without realizing. which when you think about it is kind of lonely and sad, but at the same time, very human. Yes. You want to have sex with your mother. What? It's the Freudian sexy and screen dance. But for real, how many of you guys actually do this, and how many of you don't? And why do you think it happens? Am I weird? I guess I just need to learn to keep it in my head when I'm thinking about stuff. Tell me down in the comments. I need you, internet support group. If this hasn't made you want to run very quickly away and you actually want to see more of my videos, then you can click here to subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, to be told when I make a new one, or there if you want to see my last one. And yeah, I am aware of the irony that my whole life is technically sitting in front of a camera talking to myself, but I just have to imagine you guys are there listening. Oh my god, I sound so alone.